Okay, sometimes in exams, they make some changes in this whole equipment and they ask you the change in the pattern that is obtained on the screen. What changes they make and what change in pattern they expect you to write. I'm going to discuss. See what they say. They say, first of all, change number one. Suppose intensity of light from each slit is increased equally. Okay, intensity of light coming from each slit is increased equally. And this can happen by many things. For example, they can directly tell you intensity is increased. They can tell you that, the two slits width is increased equally. Like, for example, what we do, we actually increase the width like this and like this. But the width is increased such that the center remains same. So the distance A is
Mm.
not changed. I hope you understand it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because, A is the distance between the two centers, right? The centers remain same and we increase the width of the slits. Anyways, so, you know, they can give you this change and they expect you to write the change in the pattern what that we observe on the screen. Okay. And especially
Okay.
these kind of questions are given for 3 marks. And in these 3 marks, we are supposed to write 3 points, 3 changes. Number one, we are supposed to write what do you observe, what change do you observe in the appearance of the bright fringes? Okay, I repeat,
Okay.
what change do you observe in the appearance of the bright fringe? Okay, first thing they ask you.
Mm.
Anyways, so what do you think? For example, the intensity is directly related to the square of amplitude. Intensity increases, amplitude also increases, right?
Mm.
Okay. See, for example, this is the line of overlapping interference. Previously, the two waves were meeting in this way.
Okay.
Maybe the amplitude of each of them is 2. Okay. So 2 plus 2 was making it 4, right? The
Mm-hmm.
resultant the resultant amplitude was 4 maybe, and that was forming some intensity, some brightness and all, right? Anyways,
Okay.
now suppose the amplitude of each of them is increased and now they are not, like the same as before, but they are like this. So the
Mm.
amplitudes do not remain 2 and 2. They become maybe 3 plus 3 and make it
Okay.
6, right?
Yes.
Okay. So previously, a bright fringe was obtained by an amplitude of magnitude 4. Now, the bright fringe is obtained by the magnitude of 6. Will the bright fringe remain same or it will go brighter than before? I repeat,
I
will the bright fringe remain same in appearance or it will go brighter than before or dimmer than before? What do you think?
think brighter.
Yes, definitely, because the amplitude of each wave is increased and the resultant amplitude will increase as well. And the bright
Yes.
fringe that was looking brighter, definitely, but it will go further brighter. Okay. So you can
Okay.
say bright fringe goes brighter. Okay. So
Okay.
this is the first point. Now we have to talk about dark fringe, appearance of dark fringe. Previously, dark fringe was obtained like this. This is the line of meeting. Okay, dark fringe was obtained like this. Okay, maybe 2 minus 2 makes it 0, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now The dark fringes are obtained by this maybe, like 3 minus 3 becomes
0.
0 again. So do you find any difference in the resultant amplitude?
No.
No. It means what should happen to dark fringe? Should it remain same in appearance or they should
Same.
change in appearance? Remain same. Okay. Dark fringe remain same. Okay. Now the third point, they expect us to write about x. What is x? Let's get back to the diagram. The x was the distance between the two bright fringes, right? Shortest distance.
Yes.
Okay. So let's see whether there will be any change in the value of x or not. So see, x had a simple formula, lambda d upon a. Okay, tell me one thing, by making this change, by increasing the intensity, have we made any changes in lambda, d, or a? Because these are the factors on which x depends, right?
I think we have increased A.
Do we, but you remember I told you if we increase the size of slit, we will increase them very carefully. The center should remain there.
Okay.
The value of a is remaining same, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So, a
Mm,
remains same, lambda remains same, d remains same as well. If we don't make
mm,
any changes in all the factors on which x depends, it means x would also remain same, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we can say that lambda, d, and a all are same, so x remains same. Means
Okay.
slit separation, fringe separation remains same. No change in appearance. I hope you understand
Okay.
that, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Now, do I need to tell you anything about lambda, d, and a? For example, what they say. Let's have a quick review. Let's say they said previously we were using a blue light. Now we are using a red light. Okay. Which light has greater lambda, blue or red?
Red.
Red has greater wavelength. So if we replace the blue light with the red one, okay,
Okay.
yes. So what do you think will happen to X? Will X be changing,
Decreasing.
decreasing? Lambda increase, so how can X decrease?
Okay. I mean, it will increase then.
Increase, okay, perfect. If we increase the distance between the slits and screen, what will happen in that case?
A remains same, so it will X will be the same as well.
Okay, fine. So no, D increases, so X also increases. See, D increases, X increases. If we increase the value of A, so X decreases.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Understand? So very simple. What I mean here, if they ask you to make the changes in any of these factors, you can easily read it by looking at this mathematical equation.
Okay.
Okay. Sure. Next
Mm,
thing is the most difficult thing what they ask you is, for example, change number 2. What they do, light from one of these slits goes brighter. Okay. Now again, 3-mark question. We are supposed to discuss the appearance in the fringe pattern. Okay. So tell me
Okay.
first of all, again, let's discuss first of all the bright fringe. Previously, bright fringe was formed like this. Okay, 2 plus 2 makes 4. Now the bright fringe is formed like 3, plus 2. Okay, 3 plus 2 make it 5, right? Is there any change in
Yes.
the maximum amplitude? Yes, there is, right?
Yes.
So will
Mm.
the brightness of bright fringe increase, decrease, or remain same?
Increase.
Increase. Okay. So point number one, very easy. Bright fringe goes brighter. Okay. What about dark fringe? Let's talk about dark fringe. See, for example, previously dark fringe was obtained like 2 minus 2 makes it 0. Okay.
Mm.
Now it is formed by 3 minus 2 makes it 1. What happens to the brightness of dark fringe? I mean, do you think dark fringe remains same, or it will change in its appearance?
It will change.
It will change.
Become a bit more brighter.
Okay, perfect. Because previously we were getting zero resultant displacement, right? Now we are not getting
Yes.
zero resultant displacement. Some displacement or other is seen here. So we can say that the dark fringe goes brighter. Okay, and what about X? Again, X remains same because we did not make any changes in lambda, D or A or whatever, right?
Mm.
Okay. So basically,
Yes.
yes, basically these type of changes or these type of questions they ask. Okay, what if they decrease the brightness of one of these slits instead of increasing uh light from one
Mm.
of these slits decreases, goes brighter, sorry, increases. Now suppose if we decrease the brightness of one of the slits, okay, so what do you think will
Mhm.
happen to the bright fringe? Will
Will
go darker?
become darker. Yes.
Yes, less brighter, darker. Okay. What will happen to the dark fringe?
Will go more darker.
No. See, one thing, for example, whenever the displacement from each slit is same, so we get a complete dark, right?
Yes.
But whenever the displacement from one of the slits is different from the other, so we will not be getting zero. In any
Mm.
case, whether one is more, the other is less, whether one is less, other is more. Understand?
Yes.
So in all the cases, what we understand, what we know, like, in all the cases, if the displacement coming from each slit is different or amplitude is different, so definitely we will not be getting answer 0. It means the dark fringe in both the cases, whether you make one of the slits light brighter or dimmer, in both the cases, the dark fringe goes brighter. Understand?
Okay.
And
Yes.
X would remain the same. Understand?
Okay. Yes.
Yes, so these are kind of questions they ask you about Young's double slit experiment. I hope you understand it. If you follow all these techniques, if you follow all these formula and all that, so inshallah, all the questions will be easily done by you. Okay. So you
Okay.
better do one thing whenever you see a question from in worksheet sent by me anywhere. So you just